This is a full story. Kitten wishes you all a happy and enjoyable story. After drinking, I ended up sleeping with the campus belle. To take responsibility, we had a flash marriage. In my sleep, Hailey kissed me with a smile. "You're finally mine." Oh, wait a minute. Did I just fall into a trap? My head felt a little dizzy. I turned over and slowly opened my eyes. A pair of eyes met mine directly. I snapped awake. "You're up?" Hailey was only wearing underwear, looking at me innocently. My mind felt like a battlefield after a massive explosion. I lifted the blanket and realized I was completely naked. Then I looked at Hailey again. There were a few love marks on her neck. I remembered last night. We had a college reunion and we both drank too much. Hailey said her place was nearby and asked me to walk her home. Then what? Did I end up sending her to bed? I held my head. "Sorry, I don't remember anything." After speaking, I realized how ambiguous that sounded, so I quickly waved my hands. "I didn't mean it that way. I know. I was drunk too. It was mutual consent." Hailey pursed her lips and lowered her gaze. It was my first time." She hesitated. "Wait, she's 25, gorgeous with a great figure. Unless she was saving herself for someone she truly loved, isn't it a bit far-fetched to say it was her first time? And what did she mean by that? Does she want money? But wouldn't it be inappropriate if I just handed her money? Wouldn't that be?" As I hesitated, Hailey placed her hand on mine. Her gentle, watery eyes made my heart tremble. "Let's get married. I'll do my best to be a good wife." Monday. Somehow I ended up getting a marriage certificate with the campus belle from my college days. I took a few days off. Even though the marriage was sudden, we're legally husband and wife now. "How about we take a trip to relax?" I suggested. "You mean a honeymoon?" Hailey bit her lip and asked. "Do you not like the idea? If so, we can." "I love it." Hailey nodded. "Husband, when are we going?" She wrapped her arm around mine, her ample chest pressing against my forearm, soft as a cloud. I wasn't quite used to being called husband, let alone handling her sudden affection. I coughed to hide my awkwardness. Maybe she misunderstood something because her face suddenly dimmed. "Should I not call you that I'm sorry? I forgot. You only married me out of responsibility." "And no," I scratched my head. "As long as you like it, it's fine." Hearing that, Hailey lifted her head and smiled. "Then shouldn't you return the favor?" Huh, I froze. Did she mean what I thought she meant? Or am I overthinking? If I got it wrong, that would be super awkward. Hailey stared at me, waiting. Seeing I didn't respond, her expression darkened again. "Sorry, I got ahead of myself. I guess a loveless marriage shouldn't expect too much." "Wait," I raised my hand to stop her. "Don't say that." So I really was overthinking. Hailey stopped and smiled at me. I scratched my head and pulled her into my arms. "Wife." Hailey and I officially started our honeymoon. On the first day, she was full of energy, dragging me around to countless places. I couldn't help but wonder, do women all have superhuman stamina now? That night back at the hotel, I collapsed onto the bed exhausted. Meanwhile, Hailey was still excitedly sorting through the accessories she bought today. "Aren't you tired?" I chuckled. "Not really. I can still move." She opened her suitcase and pulled out her change of clothes. "Are you asking if I'm tired because you want to do that?" I nearly spat out the cola in my mouth. I swallowed it forcefully and choked, coughing violently. Hailey walked over and patted my back, laughing. "I meant taking a walk." "What were you thinking?" "A walk? Oh, a walk. If you want to walk, I'll accompany you." "Actually, never mind." Hailey suddenly held up a lace lingerie set and deliberately showed it to me. "I just realized I'm feeling a bit tired. I think I'll take a shower and go to bed early." The sound of running water echoed from the bathroom. I sat on the bed feeling restless. Technically speaking, Hailey and I were already legally married. Whatever we did would be completely fine. But for some reason, I felt an inexplicable sense of shame. Maybe it was because the campus belle I once secretly admired was now sharing a room with me, making me feel nervous. Or maybe Hailey was just too forward, leaving me unsure how to respond. The shower stopped. Hailey walked out in a sheer silk nightgown. "Tool, go take a shower." I stood up hurriedly. "Wait, I can never get my bra clasped properly. Can you help me?" Hailey pulled me back, lifting her nightgown slightly. What?" I was stunned, but before I could react, she let go of her dress. "You're right, I overstepped." She smiled faintly. "I know we don't truly love each other. If you don't want to help, it's okay. I won't blame you." Has she always been this kind of person? With my eyes half closed, I helped her fasten the clasp. Just as I was about to head to the bathroom, my phone rang. Hailey was closer, so she handed it to me. I glanced at the caller ID. Sophia, my girlfriend, or rather, my ex-girlfriend. Dating Sophia had been a disaster. To put it bluntly, she was impossible to be with. While we were together, she had a childhood sweetheart in one hand and a brother-like best friend in the other. And me, I was the green turtle sitting in the middle, ignored by everyone. On our anniversary, she ditched me to celebrate her childhood friend's birthday. When I was bedridden with a fever, she was at a bar with her brother, exchanging lingering gazes. Now, after we broke up, she hadn't contacted me for a few days, and suddenly she's calling me again. Seriously, does she have nothing better to do? Without hesitation, I declined the call. Not answering, Hailey asked. "No need." After my shower, I was thinking about how to face Hailey, but to my surprise, she was already asleep. I let out a sigh of relief and pulled the blanket over her. It had been a tiring day. Before long, I drifted off as well. Half asleep, I suddenly heard someone calling my name. Hailey's fingers brushed over my eyes down to my nose, then finally my lips. She leaned down and kissed me. "Rocky, you're finally mine." President's office. Sophia irritably threw her phone to the ground. "What's wrong, Missy? Why such a big temper?" Her friend walked into the office, picked up the shattered phone, and tossed it into the trash. "It's late at night. Instead of sleeping, you call me over to your company for what?" Sophia crossed her arms, sulking over something. "Rocky didn't answer my call. That's it. What's wrong with that?" "No, I mean, you're throwing a fit and dragging me out here in the middle of the night. Just because Rocky didn't pick up Sophia, are you insane?" Sophia didn't argue. She leaned back in her chair, lost in thought. After a while, she said, "Rocky never ignores my calls. Why are you overthinking it? Maybe he's just busy. It's 11:30 at night. What could he possibly be busy with? Bedroom activities?" Sophia got even angrier at her own words. "Why are you panicking? Rocky has always been loyal to you, hasn't he? He's crazy about you. He'll call back soon enough. What if he doesn't? If he doesn't, then just call him again." "Why should I be the one to call him?" Sophia's face darkened. "It's not my fault. Why should I be the one to compromise? I won't give him that satisfaction. It's not like I care that much anyway. If he doesn't want to answer, then fine. Let him ignore me forever." "Wow, Missy, that's some bold talk. You should just cut ties with him completely then." Sophia hesitated for a moment and then asked, "But what if he really never picks up again?" Her friend. "Sophia, what I'm about to say might be harsh, but I'm saying it because I genuinely care about you." "Spit it out." Sophia frowned impatiently. "Sophia, are you an idiot? What did you just say? You're being so contradictory. You want Rocky to call you back, but you refuse to take the initiative. Is this how you do relationships?" Sophia, listen to me. Love requires effort. Your usual domineering attitude won't work here. If you really want a future with him, then talk things through properly. "Got it. I don't get it. I did nothing wrong. He's the one at fault. He should be the one apologizing to me. I give up." After a few indulgent days, our honeymoon came to an end. As soon as I got back to the office, my phone rang. It was a familiar name on the screen. I immediately blocked Sophia's number. After a long day at work, I headed downstairs to go home, only to find Hailey waiting at the entrance. Some coworkers teased me. "You two are really inseparable, huh?" I chuckled, awkwardly waved goodbye to my colleagues, and walked toward Hailey. She smiled brightly and took my briefcase from me. "Tired? Let's go home for dinner." I hesitated. To my place or yours?" Hailey covered her mouth and laughed. "Of course, our home. Our home." Before I could fully process what she meant, a familiar figure approached. A familiar body. A familiar face. "Why didn't you answer my call?" Sophia frowned, demanding an explanation. "We've already broken up. I don't see why I should pick up." I scoffed. "What's wrong? Those two guys aren't enough for you." Sophia's face darkened. "I told you they're just friends. Stop making a big deal out of nothing. Come back with me." She grabbed my arm, trying to drag me away. "Miss, it's inappropriate to be pulling and tugging in public like this, don't you think?" Hailey stepped between us. "I'm Rocky's girlfriend. This is none of your business. Who do you think you are?" Hailey frowned slightly and suddenly turned soft and delicate, leaning into my chest. "You're right, sister. You're his ex-girlfriend. Even after cheating, you still have the audacity to come back and beg for a second chance. Unlike you, I'm just his ordinary little wife." "What did you just say?" Sophia's face twisted in anger, and she looked like she was about to smash her high heel into Hailey's face. Well, of course, she had always been spoiled, getting whatever she wanted. When had she ever been humiliated like this? Despite her rage, she quickly composed herself and sneered. "You're claiming to be his wife. Do you even know that Rocky chased me for 3 years before finally winning me over? He was utterly devoted to me, doing everything I asked without question. Everyone knows how much he loves me. Miss, if you're going to make up a story, at least make it believable. Who would believe you're his wife?" She then turned to me. "Rocky, this is getting ridiculous. I just spent 2 extra days at my guy friend's place. We didn't do anything. Do you really have to sulk over it for this long? You even made up a fake marriage just to make me jealous. Aren't you being a little childish?" What a joke. Did I just hear the most ridiculous thing ever? She just spent 2 days at her guy friend's place. Please, you two were practically having a lover's bath together. Do you really think that sitting in a tiny bathtub, one in front of the other, skin-touching, hands roaming, that this is nothing? And in my own damn house, no less. If I hadn't come back early from my business trip, would you two have stopped at just nothing? Just because I liked you doesn't mean I'm beneath you. Why are you acting all high and mighty? I glared at Sophia. What makes you so superior? What makes you so special? You think I need to lie to make you jealous? You think I need to win you back? You think I'm worse than you? Sophia, don't forget, we've broken up. It's not me clinging to you. You're the one clinging to me. You. Sophia jabbed a finger at my face, seething. Rocky, stop being so childish. Sometimes arguing with someone like her is just exhausting. I'm leaving. You should take some time to reflect on yourself. With that, Sophia stormed off in a fury. I felt like I had just swallowed a pile of garbage. Disgusting and revolting. After the whole ordeal, Hailey took me to a lavishly decorated house. Do you like it? She asked. Oh my god, this was an upscale neighborhood. This is our house, I asked. Hailey smiled and nodded. A wedding gift for you. Hold on, let me process this. Weren't we supposed to have gotten married by accident? This gift doesn't seem like it was prepared on a whim. Feeling Feeling overwhelmed, I jokingly said, "You're giving me such a big gift. I'm starting to suspect you secretly liked me all along." Hailey just smiled without saying a word. That night we lay in bed. The only light in the room came from the dim bedside lamp. Hailey curled up in my arms, burying her face in my chest. I was at a complete loss. She asked, "Did my presence disrupt your life?" "Of course not." She asked again, "Do you still have feelings for Sophia?" "Not at all." "That's good." She snuggled closer, tightening her embrace around me. "Rocky," she whispered, "please take care of me from now on. We can no work." Early in the morning, just after breakfast, someone knocked on the door. I opened it to find a young blonde guy, an old man, and an elegant middle-aged woman standing outside. "Hailey, Dad, Mom, what are you doing here?" Hailey was startled. "Dad, Mom?" I was equally shocked. The elderly couple beamed at me and warmly pulled me to the sofa. "Rocky, are you getting used to things? How are you and Hailey getting along?" Then they called out to the boy struggling to carry several gift boxes into the house. "Tony washed some fruit for my son-in-law to try." Tony pursed his lips, muttering while unpacking a fruit basket. "Unbelievable. Got a son-in-law and forgot about their own son." Hailey chuckled, scolding him lightly before taking the fruit. "I'll do it. You go sit down." Tony gladly let go of the task and plopped down beside me, staring at me for a few moments. Feeling a bit awkward under his gaze, I mustered a polite smile. He suddenly sighed. "So my sister really got you, huh? Wait a second. What did I do to deserve being pursued by the campus queen when I'm just an ordinary working guy?" "Well, I wouldn't exactly say she pursued me. It's a long story." Tony grabbed an apple from the coffee table, rubbed it against his shirt, and took a bite. "Sounds like premeditation to me." Hailey cleared her throat twice, walking over with the fruit platter. "Tony, you don't talk this much at home." I didn't give Tony's words much thought. After chatting for a while, Hailey's mom suddenly patted my shoulder and asked, "Do you and Hailey plan to have kids? How many? When?" That question completely caught me off guard. When we decided to get married, we hadn't thought that far ahead. Besides, if we're being honest, Hailey and I weren't even that familiar with each other yet. I looked at Hailey, trying to maintain a sense of intimacy. "Darling, how many kids are we planning to have?" Hailey seemed quite pleased with the way I called her darling. She smiled sweeter than ever. "What do you think?" Hailey's parents didn't push for an answer. When they saw I was stumped, they smoothly changed the topic. After chatting some more, I invited them to stay for lunch, but they firmly refused, saying they didn't want to disturb our newlywed world. They even dragged Tony away despite him being in the middle of a game. During lunch, Hailey suddenly said, "We've been married for a while now. How about we visit your parents tomorrow?" I thought for a moment and agreed. Hailey smiled as she served me a bowl of tomato and egg soup. "My parents can be a bit clingy. I didn't expect them to visit today either. Hope you don't mind." "It's fine. We're all family now." Halfway through the meal, Hailey suddenly asked, "Have you given any thought to what my parents mentioned earlier?" What thing? I hadn't caught on. "Having kids." I quickly stuffed a big mouthful of rice to cover my awkwardness. "Oh, well, that's up to you." "Up to me." Hailey raised an eyebrow and leaned closer. "I actually like kids quite a bit." She moved even closer, reducing the distance between us to just a breath. The atmosphere grew ambiguous. Hailey bent down slightly, revealing a tantalizing view of her neckline. Our eyes locked. Just as our lips were about to meet, she suddenly shifted away mischievously and picked a grain of rice off my collar. "You got some on your shirt." Meanwhile, Sophia was in her office going through some documents. Her phone rang a few times before she picked up. A concerned voice on the other end advised, "Sophia, why don't you go apologize to Rocky? This breakup seems serious this time. A few days ago, I even saw him grocery shopping with some woman. They might already be living together. If this keeps up, you might really lose him." Sophia scoffed. "How could he be taken by someone else? He's so in love with me. He can't forget about me. Besides, we've broken up and gotten back together so many times. Hasn't he always been the one to beg me to reconcile? You'll see. He can't live without me. In a few days, when he comes to his senses, he'll shamelessly come crawling back. I don't get you. If you really love him, why keep playing these games? Just go after him yourself. Do you really have to wait until they're married and sleeping together before you regret it? That's impossible. He would never marry that woman. He only said that to make me jealous. And he wouldn't sleep with her either. He only likes me. Sophia, you're beyond help. I heard Rocky is taking that woman to meet his parents tomorrow. Think about it. I've done my duty as a friend. Do what you want." After hanging up, Sophia stared at the pile of documents before her, feeling a headache coming on. She should have been completely confident that Rocky was still hers. But when she recalled how close he and that strange woman had been that day, a wave of inexplicable anger and unease surged within her. She gazed blankly out the window. Then she reassured herself, it's fine. Rocky won't fall for anyone else. At worst, she'd just go find him and have a proper talk. She wouldn't even demand an apology this time. She wouldn't be mad anymore. And once Rocky realized that he'd surely drop that woman and come back to her. Yes, tomorrow she'd go to Rocky's parents' house and make up with him. The next day, Hailey and I packed our things and drove to my parents' house. Upon arrival, Hailey grabbed all the gift boxes from the car and sweetly called out, "Dad, Mom." My parents were stunned for a moment. "Daughter-in-law," my mom blurted out. Hailey nodded. My mom walked over and gave me a playful slap on the head. "You little brat. I told you ages ago that you should dump Sophia. This is much better." "Mom, please." I cleared my throat. "Don't mention Sophia in front of Hailey." My mom realized her mistake and immediately switched to enthusiastically welcoming Hailey inside. "Hailey, when did you and Rocky meet? Are you two living together now? When's the wedding?" Her questions came like machine gun fire. Even my usually indifferent dad thought it was a bit much and pulled her aside. "The kids just got here and you're already asking about marriage. Give them some space." Hailey chuckled and gently helped my dad to the couch. "Dad, Rocky and I already got our marriage certificate." My parents were stunned into silence. "Rocky's dad, did she just say what I think she said?" my mom asked. "I think she said they're already married," my dad replied uncertainly. It took them a long moment to process the news. Then they pulled us aside, bombarding us with questions in their excitement, already starting to plan the wedding. Just then there was a knock at the door. My dad went to open it. Standing outside was Sophia. Dressed to perfection, she was drenched in perfume. She smiled at my parents. "Dad, Mom, I came to see you." My parents never liked Sophia. I had been dating Sophia for about a year and a half before I decided to take her to meet my parents, hoping that she would finally cut ties with her two male friends and focus on our future together. However, Sophia was visibly impatient when she visited my parents' home. Before she left, my mom handed her some local specialties that my grandma had gifted her, but Sophia threw them straight into the trash. "These are so unhygienic. Basically unregulated products. You should all stop eating this kind of stuff." My mom, stunned, said nothing and instead tried to give Sophia some money. Sophia refused, and my parents even praised her for being polite and insisted she take it. She scoffed. "This money is all crumpled and dirty. You could probably cultivate bacteria on it." After that, I had a serious talk with her. She didn't care at all and bluntly told me, "Rocky, let me make this clear. I just don't like having old people around. If you really love me, if you truly want to marry me, then just stop seeing them." I looked at the woman I had loved for so long in utter disbelief. I asked, "What about your parents? Are you going to stop seeing them too?" "My parents aren't the same as yours." I let out a cold laugh and took 2 steps back. "So it's just my parents that you have a problem with? Don't make it sound so harsh." "What do you mean have a problem with? I'm just being honest. Old people are dirty. It's a fact. And when they get too old to take care of themselves, who's going to look after them? You expect me to do it? Besides, they're naggy and annoying. I absolutely can't stand it." I had compromised again and again in this relationship, but this time I couldn't convince myself to back down any longer. Her blatant disrespect toward my parents, combined with the ridiculous things she had done with her so-called childhood friends, recently caused all my pent-up resentment to explode at once. I looked at her calmly as she kept ranting and in a cold tone said, "That's enough. We're done." Sophia's pupils shrank in shock. She stared at me for a long moment before her expression turned serious. "Do you even know what you're saying? I don't have time for jokes. I've never been more clear-headed. Sophia, we're not compatible, whether it's in how we handle relationships or how we see family responsibilities. Since that's the case, let's end this." "Rocky, you're the one who pursued me first," she reminded me. "I know. I loved you, but after all this time I've realized you never truly reciprocated my feelings. Instead of continuing this endless cycle of suffering, we should just let go." "How have I not reciprocated? Are you seriously talking nonsense right now? Didn't I buy you birthday gifts? Didn't I go on anniversary dates with you? Haven't I done enough? What the hell are you even upset about? Your birthday gifts, you bought them in bulk. They've been the same every year. As for those dates, you only went because your childhood friends weren't available." As I laid it all out, I suddenly found my past self incredibly pathetic. I continued, "I can't accept sharing my girlfriend's affection with other men. And I don't think any man could tolerate his girlfriend being that close to other guys. If someone can, then fine, maybe I'm just narrow-minded. But I know I can't." "That's a whole lot of useless talk. I don't want to hear it," Sophia interrupted. "I know you're just mad right now, but being mad doesn't mean you're right. Rocky, take some time to think. When you finally come to your senses, come and apologize to me." Looking back now, I honestly feel like slapping myself. "Rocky, you idiot. You put up with this nonsense for 3 whole years. What are you, a Ninja Turtle?" Seeing Sophia standing there, my mom's face darkened. "What are you doing here?" "Dad, Mom, I came to take Rocky home," Sophia said with a smile. Hailey, however, wasn't upset. Instead, she walked up to Sophia, took her hand, and said, "If you wanted to give us a wedding gift, there was no need to be so roundabout. Rocky's been busy, so he won't be visiting you anytime soon. But a gift, that's always welcome. You've lost your damn mind." Sophia shook off Hailey's hand. "What wedding gift? If anyone's getting married, it's Rocky and me. Who the hell do you think you are?" Hailey leaned into my arms, looking pitiful. "Wow, sis, your shamelessness has really reached new heights. I'm honestly impressed. But sis, this isn't a psychiatric ward. No need to get so worked up. You dare insult me." Sophia raised her hand, ready to slap Hailey. I caught her wrist. "Sophia, enough." I shouted. "Get out. You're not welcome here." "Rocky, I'm your girlfriend." "Aren't you my ex-girlfriend?" Hailey blinked innocently at her. Sophia was at a loss for words. After a long pause, she finally said, "Rocky, I won't make you apologize anymore. I'll also be more mindful of my interactions interactions with others in the future. Just stop this, okay? I'm really tired. You think I broke up with you just because of an apology? I let out a sarcastic laugh. Sophia, could you be any more self-absorbed? I'm self-absorbed, Rocky. Are you telling me you don't want our relationship anymore? I was the one who initiated the breakup. This relationship was twisted from the start. Let's be honest, neither of us really wants it anymore. Sophia was so furious, she almost rolled her eyes back. She pointed at me and shouted, "You're going to regret this." Watching her storm off, I called after her. Regret, not a chance. I feel relieved, like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Oh, and Sophia, you're walking the wrong way. With that, I shut the door firmly. That night back home, Hailey walked up behind me and started massaging my shoulders. I smiled and pulled her to sit beside me. "Hailey, let's go take our wedding photos in a few days." Hailey leaned on my shoulder. I wrapped my arms around her, breathing in her scent, feeling incredibly lucky. I suddenly asked, "Do you think if I hadn't gotten drunk at that reunion, we still would have ended up together?" "Of course," Hailey answered without hesitation. I brushed my hand over her face, recalling the days when I secretly admired her back in college. Even though she answered so confidently, if it weren't for that drunken mistake, we probably wouldn't have had any interactions at all. I gazed at her. "Thank you for coming into my life." "Then I should thank you too," Hailey teased, pinching my cheek. "Thank you for giving me the chance to be your wife." I shook my head. "Not just now, from the very beginning." "So was I," Hailey said seriously. I smiled, assuming she was just joking. "You probably only noticed me recently, but I've been watching you for a long time." "That's not true." "What?" I didn't understand. "I mean, I've known you for a long time too. We didn't just meet recently." I was shocked. Hailey, the campus queen, had noticed me. When I asked, she smiled mysteriously. "That's a secret." Her eyes sparkled. I couldn't help but lean in and kiss her. Hailey was caught off guard. Like a startled deer, she hesitated for a moment before wrapping her arms around my neck and kissing me back. "We're both sober this time," she whispered, trailing kisses down my throat. I tucked her hair behind her ear. "Yeah, sober." Hailey grinned, pulling off my tie. "Rocky, it's time for us to have a baby." The moonlight was enchanting. We surrendered to our passion. We picked a bright and sunny day to take our wedding photos. As soon as we arrived at the studio, a staff member pointed at us and exclaimed, "Hey, you two finally made it. How you know us?" I asked. Hailey put a finger to her lips, making a shoe gesture toward the staff. The staff understood instantly and did not answer my question directly. "Our studio is currently running a promotion. You two make such a handsome couple. If you're willing to let us use your wedding photos for display and promotional purposes, we can offer you a discount." I had no intention of appearing in advertisements, but Hailey seemed interested. "If they put our photos on the wall," she said, "then everyone who comes and goes will know that we're married and very happy." On the way home, I kept thinking about what the staff had said, combined with Hailey's mysterious tone. When she confessed something to me last night, I couldn't shake the feeling that she was still hiding a secret from me. So I asked her, "Hailey, have we met at the entrance of the bridal studio before?" "Why do you ask?" When that staff member said we finally made it, they clearly recognized us. "So have you remembered anything?" Hailey asked cryptically. I shook my head. "Sorry, I really don't have any impression of it." She covered her mouth, giggling, and walked ahead before turning to face me. "Why don't you think a little harder?" I jogged to catch up with her. "You're being so mysterious." "Mom, you really don't plan on telling me, wifey?" I suddenly picked her up in my arms. She playfully hit my back. "We're outside. Put me down." In the dark of night, Sophia was drinking alone. Her friend, unable to watch any longer, snatched the glass from her hand. "How long are you going to keep being like this?" Sophia looked up at her friend, her gaze empty. "How am I being like anything? I'm in a good mood, just having some drinks." "Is that not allowed?" "You really think you look like you're in a good mood?" Sophia held her glass in silence. "Sophia, what happened?" She didn't answer, just grabbed the bottle and drank straight from it. Letting the alcohol burn down her throat, she stared blankly into the distance. After a while, she muttered, "Rocky doesn't want me anymore." "What? But I told you to go talk to him and make up." "It didn't work." "No, we ended up fighting and he told me to get lost." "That doesn't make sense. He liked you so much he shouldn't have." "Wait, Sophia, did you say something stupid again?" Sophia downed another gulp of liquor without responding. Just then a notification popped up on her friend's phone. "Holy shit, the private investigator I hired just sent me an update. You won't believe this. Rocky took wedding photos with another woman." Sophia's grip on her glass tightened. "Do you think Rocky was telling the truth before that they actually got married?" "That can't be. Rocky left me because of the issues between our parents and friends. It wasn't because he fell for someone else. I mean, things happen. People move on. Whose side are you on?" Her friend shut her mouth awkwardly. "No way, it's fake. It must be a misunderstanding or they followed the wrong person." "Yes, that must be it." Her friend sighed. "Sophia, let it go. If you can't have him, just move on. This is only hurting you. They're already married. You can't get him back. What do you expect for him to get a divorce?" "A divorce? Yeah, a divorce. So what if they're married? They can still split up, right? Sophia, don't be so delusional. You don't understand. I really love Rocky. I can't live without him. If you knew this would happen, why did you do all those things before?" On Monday morning, just as I stepped out of my house, Sophia blocked my way. day. Her hair was a mess and her dark circles were so deep they were almost frightening. What do you want? I asked. I want to be with you. That's not happening, Hailey interjected, standing between us. After all, he's already married to me. You, how dare you? Sophia shoved Hailey to the ground. I helped Hailey up and shielded her behind me. I don't usually curse, but this time I won't hold back. Sophia, if you have a problem, come at me directly. Don't act like a stray dog barking at everyone you see. Rocky, you can't treat me like this. Sophia clung to my arm, desperate. I came to make up with you. Can't you see my sincerity? I know you still love me, right? Just divorce her, and we can get married instead. Okay, you wish. I shook off her hand. Where was all this sincerity when you were stringing along 2 other guys, Sophia? I gave you a chance. I waited for 3 whole years, and you never once looked back. Why should I stay in place for you? You don't seriously think I enjoy being cheated on, do you? No, believe me, I really didn't do anything with them. I only love you. Haven't you felt that all these years? You sound like a fool who just got their heart ripped out, but is still checking their pulse. I sneered. Cut the manipulation. You say you only love me. God himself would have to climb out of hell just to laugh at that. Do you even think before you speak? Sophia stared at me in shock. Maybe she never thought that I, who had always been gentle with her, would talk to her this way. But that's just who I am. I lower my guard for those I love, but for those who deserve it, I don't hold back. Out of respect for the 3 years we shared, I shouldn't have been so harsh. But since she came looking for an argument, I couldn't just let her off easy. Rocky, you've changed. You weren't like this before. I've always been like this. Deal with it or leave. Sophia stood frozen, unable to come or go. Just then Hailey smiled and said, how about I walk you out? Sophia shot Hailey a glare, then huffed and stormed away. Before leaving, she called out, Rocky, don't get cocky. This time I'm the one dumping you. After Sophia left, Hailey gave me a thumbs up. Mr. Rocky, you're just as sharp as ever. The future looks bright. Just as sharp as ever. I was a little puzzled. Hailey placed a finger to her lips. Another secret. I chuckled, pulling her into my arms. A secret. After that, Sophia never came looking for me again. Hailey and I grew closer with each passing day. Under the agreement of both our families, we held a wedding. Backstage, Tony handed me a pink diary. Happy wedding day. This is a gift. Oh, and by the way, hurry up and have a baby, will you? My parents won't stop nagging me about wanting a grandchild. It's driving me crazy. I couldn't help but laugh. Opening the diary, I realized it was Hailey's journal. October 16th, 2017, Monday, cloudy. The school held a debate competition today. I was blown away by one of the opposing debaters. He's practically the best speaker I've ever seen. October 20th, 2017, Friday, sunny. I finally found out the best debater's name. It's Rocky. November 8th, 2017, Wednesday, overcast. Got stabbed in the back today. Feeling down, but I unexpectedly received good news. Heard that he doesn't have a girlfriend. April 11th, 2018, Wednesday, cloudy. Attended an elective class today and saw him there. What luck. May 25th, 2018, Friday, sunny. Had an allergic reaction and broke out in pimples. On my way to the doctor, I ran into him. Luckily, I was wearing a mask and a hat. He didn't recognize me. May 26th, 2018, Saturday, sunny. Saw him again on the same road. He still didn't recognize me. I stood motionless in front of a bridal shop, and he thought I needed help. Haha, truth is I was just passing by, but when I saw him, I stopped walking. Oh, and before he left, he even encouraged me, saying, if you want to try on a wedding dress, just go for it. Even if you don't get married in the future, it doesn't matter. He also said, I can't see your face, but I imagine you'd look beautiful in a wedding dress. May 27th, 2018, Sunday, cloudy. Passed by the bridal shop again. Remembering his words, I decided to go inside. The staff was really nice. Before I left, one of them whispered to me, I hope you'll come back one day with your partner. So I showed them a photo of him and said, one day I'll definitely come here with him. July 16th, 2019, Tuesday, sunny. Got randomly picked on today. He saw it and defended me. His comebacks were savage. No wonder he's the best debater. December 25th, 2019, Wednesday, snowy. Christmas. Wanted to ask him out, but someone beat me to it. I wonder if he said yes. There were several pages like this. I read through each one page by page. The wedding began. The bride walked down the aisle. I watched as Hailey slowly approached me. Sunlight spilled over us, painting the moment in golden hues. We locked eyes. I smiled. I know now. Know what? Your secret. She smiled back. Oh dear, I've been found out. So it was all meant to be. The wind brushed against Hailey's hair like a lingering kiss. Under the spring breeze, we made our vows. In love's embrace, we shared a passionate kiss. The road ahead is long, and we will walk it together. The end. If you like Kitten's story, please follow and like it. Updated every morning at 9 a.m.